Welcome in, everybody. Courtney, I'm going to go ahead and make you a co-host as well. All right, if you are just tuning in to join us, go ahead and drop where you're tuning in from in the chat. My name's Aisa. I'm going to be one of your co-hosts this evening. I'm tuning in from Orlando, Florida, but next week I'll be in a different place, and the week after probably a different place, so don't quote me on it. We have Jamaica, we have Detroit, Michigan, Long Island, New York, we have Orlando in the room. Whoop, whoop. We have Buffalo, New York, Washington, Pennsylvania. I didn't even know that was. So there's three Washington. There's Washington States, Washington, D.C., and Washington, PA. Okay, I'm learning something new every day.
Ah,
Florida, awesome. Connecticut, California, and Wyoming. Holy moly, we're stretching all across the states. That's amazing. Well, without further ado, thank you for taking the time to be here with us today. I'm super excited just to share this next 40 minutes or so with you because we created this webinar specifically for moms and to be able to help families to potentially get out of the overwhelm that you might be feeling. And this is not to take anything away from how amazing it is to be a mom and to be a woman, but we know those things can get hard. And so, what you can expect from today is we're going to learn how to solve the three biggest reasons why mom might be feeling, might tend to feel stuck or feeling like they're not able to make a financial contribution or having independence and maybe feeling overwhelmed or not having enough time for self-care. So, on that note, I'm actually going to pass it off to Ella so she can kickstart this webinar for us. Ella is an amazing mom of two beautiful baby boys. Well, one of them is not so baby anymore. You're just seeing the oldest one here in the picture. And what I want you to know about Ella before I pass it over to her is that this woman, it would be impossible for her to fit her whole story, obviously, in a couple minutes, but she is a force to be reckoned with. Like, this woman is unstoppable. In the year that I've known her, she has overcome some challenges that most people would have given up on. And I'm just so proud of her for that. So, this is our second time hosting this webinar together because we did it 2 weeks ago. She came to me, she said, I want to help moms. I want to step in, I want to step up. And we had so much positive feedback. Everybody that was on the call was like, Ella's vulnerability is what got me through the week. So, without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Ella. She's going to share a little bit about her story and how the information we're going to share today has changed her life, and maybe go over some of the things that you might be experiencing as well too. Ella, passing it over to you. You're still on mute, sister.
see, still new to this whole thing. So, uh, like Aisa said, I've done this once before. So this is only my second one. So hold true to me and like hang out there because I know I'm not gonna be perfect. So just hang in with me. But we'll get the point through, and that's what matters. So that made me blush a little bit hearing what you all you had to say about me. So thank you very much. I was like kind of hiding my smile there. Um, all right. So like she said, my name is Ella McMillan, and so yes, I do have two children. I have one that's 2.5, and he's smart as a whip, and also has my attitude. So that's a whole lot to deal with. And then I've got one that just turned 6 months old today, and I can't believe how old he is being. And while they are young, and being young makes it really, really hard to like get things done, as all moms know, because your hands are busy with one and then you're trying to stop the other one from grabbing the local butter knife off the kitchen counter or something, like, no, you can't play with the fire extinguisher. That is dangerous. Let's move on to the next project. um it is also, like, personally to me, the most important time, because the next step is, if I am not running my own business, then I am missing out on baseball games, and I'm missing out on, like, going bowling with them in the evening, because I might work second shift so that I don't have to pay for daycare, because daycare is extremely expensive. Don't care where you're from. Last time we did this, we shot out a number to see like where it was everywhere, and I think we got back like something like 300 or 400 from Florida, like 600 from Pennsylvania. Like, we had numbers that ranged all over. Um, so we all know daycare is extremely expensive, but Anyways, a little bit about me. I've had all sorts of jobs, just so you know. So I have worked in a coal mine. I currently like work at a daycare, kind of as a preschool teacher, kind of as an infant teacher, kind of like I'm kind of wherever. Um, Actually, one of my good coworkers is here on this call. So hi, Cheyenne. um, and then like I've just kind of done everything. I've bounced around here and there and everywhere because one of the hardest things that everybody knows as a mom is most jobs don't work with your schedule of parenting because if your kid gets sick, you got to call off of work. If you know, you have a doctor's appointment, you got to schedule off of work. If you get sick, you got to call off of work. You got to take them out of daycare. If the daycare is closed because of weather and they don't have enough teachers, then you got to call off work because you don't have someone to watch your kid. So what are you going to do? Like, you know, and you can't tell the daycare, hey, this is what I do with my kid at home because they have to follow their own rules and laws. So, they're not exactly going to parent your kid the way you want your kid parented. So it's a whole lot of information going on, all which would be better if you ran a business from home and you actually got to say as to what happened in your kid's life. You weren't missing out on like maybe they crawled their first time at daycare instead of at your house. You're not missing out on the first. Luckily, I was able to see Sebastian's first attempt at crawling because I happened to be teaching in the room the very first time he did that. So I didn't miss out, and I'm very thankful for that. But you know what I mean. And we know we don't, as moms and dads, we don't want to miss out on any first or anything important. And we sure don't want anybody else parenting our kid and then telling us what we have to do at home because we need to do this so that they fit in with daycare instead of our schedule. Um, so I'm kind of like totally going off limb. It's going to be a whole lot different than the last call. I'm sorry. Um, Thank you. I kind of needed that. So,
I got you.
so yeah, for sure. The lack of financial independence is, like, okay, so like for me, I heavily rely on my husband's income. I don't get diddly squat working where I work. So like if my husband were to lose his job, then what are we gonna do? Because we don't really have much of a backup because I have to get a job that works around my kid's schedule. So that's daycare for me. Like, you know, I fully depend on his, and a lot of women, like me personally, I have gone off work a few months to take care of my children and not like not go to work and not make the income, and I feel like I'm not contributing to my family. Like I'm not helping. And if I'm not contributing or not helping, then I'm not even willing to spend 50 cents on myself. I'm hardly willing to spend like $5 on my kids. I ask my husband even when I make money. I'm like, "Can I spend money? Can I get this?" And so it's like I feel like I'm missing a part if I'm not, even though I'm saving us money by taking care of the kids, I'm not helping, so to speak. Even though I am, I'm not. And so, like, to not miss out on them, but also financially contribute, building a network marketing business is the way to go. Like, we are in the billions. We make like something like $8 billion worth of sales every day. Our company specifically sold over 1,000 of one of our machines every day last month. So network marketing is the way to go if you want to be independent and you want to contribute, but you don't want to miss out on time with your kids. And as a mom personally, um, I forgot who I was completely after giving birth to my children. I mean, literally, like full openness here. When I gave birth to Hudson, my oldest, I was sitting on my bed in my bedroom, staring out the window, holding him. And honestly, I was pumping milk, y'all. Like I'm sorry if I'm sharing too much information, but that's literally what I was doing. I was staring out my window, pumping milk, and the thought crossed my mind, I'm a mom now. My life is gone. I am to give everything up for my children. Like everything I do, I got to drop it and give it to my child. So that is not true. You open up a whole new world for yourself. Like for real. I mean, you're no longer who you were, that's for sure. Like you're no longer who you were, but there is a whole new you that is about to come. So if anyone is struggling with that, just know you're going to get through it and it's going to be okay. I promise you. I'm here for you if you ever need to talk. I swear. It's tough. You'll be okay. I promise. So there is no need to forget who you are. If you liked rock climbing before, you'll like rock climbing now. If you liked riding horses or if you like painting graffiti or something before, give yourself a year or two to get through the craziness of newborn and newfound motherhood. You'll be totally fine. It's perfect. I mean, seriously, there's nothing better than being a mom. Dog moms count too, I swear. Don't care. It all counts. Um, and then for sure overwhelmed from lack of time for self-care. I still struggle with this. Like, do you see my face right now? I obviously have not done self-care in a while. Like, I haven't used charcoal wash on my face. I haven't like it's been almost 2 weeks since the last time I did proper self-care. So, it's tough. Like actually being like I need 5. Walk away. You know, if your child's screaming cuz they want mom, oh, we all know the guilt trip. We all know it. We like if your dog's barking because they want a treat because they did something well, but you're out of treats. Like we all know the guilt trip. Come on now, like it feels terrible, but we all know that at some point we have to do it. We have to take time for self care. And what if literally changing one thing that you already did was all you needed to do for self care? Or what if you didn't have to go to work and you took the time to build this business and then you had all day at home, then you wouldn't feel so guilty about taking 15 or 20 minutes to yourself for self care. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut off. And I want to introduce you to, I'm going to make sure I totally have this right. So, nod your head yes or no if I'm screwing this one up. But I'm going to head and pass it off to Courtney Robinson. Um,
Passing it
so,
to me. You're passing it to me.
See, I told you I was gonna screw it up. I'm sorry. I was my first guess, but then I was like, no, wait, I think nope. Okay, so I'll pass it to Aisa. Anyways, that makes it so much easier because y'all, I have like followed Courtney for like forever. She's got the most amazing Instagram and Facebook account. If you haven't followed her, you need to go check her out because personally, we haven't talked one on one yet, but she is one of my role models and she works at a store that I absolutely loved. Like it's right kitty corner from where, and I actually worked there before as a gun salesperson, Rural King. And I can't say rural very well, but it's one of my favorite stores ever. So go Courtney Robinson, freaking love you. Anyways, passing it to the right person now. Um, so Aisa is the person that truly got me into this business. So I was in this business before I met Aisa, but I didn't feel that I fit in. I didn't feel that I had the right guidance. It wasn't where I felt that I belonged. And so I kept searching. And then I found Mustafa and I was following his page. And then I found Aisa and I was following her page. And it took me forever to link together that the fact that the two are married. Well, at the time they were dating, but they recently got married. And once I figured it out, a light bulb went off in my brain. And I messaged Mustafa. I was like, hey, what do you do for? And he was like, he answered like no problem, and then like he literally called me, and I was so scared to answer that phone call, but it was the best thing I could have ever done because it led me to this wonderful woman that has been the most empowering, encouraging. And I mean, I can send her a text when I've had a bad day at work and she's like, you'll get through it and here's why, ABCDE. Like I'll be like, hey, so and so happened, and like I didn't know how to create a QR code. I just called her out of the blue and she spent like 20 minutes on me or on the phone with me yesterday, like just randomly, just helping me figure out how to do anything and everything I needed because she wants me to be able to take care of myself. She went from like run pretty much kind of running her own little mini business before as like an awesome saleswoman. I can't believe how great you like you just rock everything. But now she's like skyrocketed in just a fraction of time. She's like way more than covered the money she was getting before, and she is top tier for not one but 3 positions in this business, you guys. I cannot show you a better woman to lead you in anything in life, friendship, spiritual, family, or business. This is Aisa.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Yo, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for sharing. You got a lot of love in the comments, so make sure you check it out. Definitely appreciate your vulnerability and I just see big things in store for you, just the way you're willing to show up first and come on and come in and share what has changed your life with other women. So it's nice to meet you all. If you just joined us, welcome in. Super excited to be here because, yes, as much as I can say I have put my oxygen mask on first, now I get to help other people do the same. I still remember where I was before I found this opportunity, before I found this business that we're going to share with you that allows you to make income from anywhere in the world while still taking care of yourself and of your health. But before, for me, although I am not a mom yet, will be one day, and I'm so glad I found this at that time because I did go to school. I did everything right. I got the degree, I had the good grades. And then when I got out of school with my degree to be an independent, grown woman, making my own money and helping people, I was faced with a brutal choice. I had to choose between using my college degree and working in the school systems or working in like the psychology field and counseling and helping people and needing to have 4 or 5 roommates to afford rent because at the time I was single. I was not looking to rely on anybody else. Or I could continue working in the service industry to make double and not really feel like I was serving anybody else other than yummy food, right? And so when I found this opportunity, I found a way to be able to help not only myself, but help people all around the world. It doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter if you're men or women. It doesn't matter which country you live in. It doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair, if you're the Olympics gold winner for running. Like we have something here that is equal opportunity. And before we even touch about the business side of thing, I think the first thing that I want to encourage to happen for you, because this call we created specifically for women who are moms. So what does this mean? What we're going to share with you today, I guarantee you, you have done harder things. You have done harder things because we leverage simple systems to help other people. I guarantee you have done harder things. And sometimes it's just giving yourself permission to shift your mindset, right? And to ask yourself, what if I didn't have to choose between being a great mom and having my own personal success? What if I could have both? And what if, and most definitely, your children are also looking up to you to see what you're doing for yourself. And I know for me growing up, I always saw my mom putting us first, and I appreciate and love her so much for it in so many different ways. But my parents also own their own business. So I saw them like creating a life where it allowed them to be there for us for every great memory and everything like that. So I'm super fortunate that I got to see that example and I got to see that it's possible to have the best of all worlds. So when we talk about motherhood, I want to highlight a few points before I pass it over to Courtney to share about the actual opportunity that we have here for you today. And the first thing is that it has already given you some incredible skills. Like I'm talking about time management, multitasking, problem solving, and those are things that can actually translate into income and purpose. I love working with moms, and I actually work with my mom. My mom is a part of our team now because she would be the one who naturally, like, even just on any given day, if there's somebody's birthday, somebody's having surgery in the family, Lord forbid, somebody passed away in transition, somebody got a new job, somebody got engaged. My mom would be in our family group chat with me and my sister, and she's letting us know, hey, that person has a birthday, that person has this. So, what is she demonstrating is that when we truly care and we remember people, that those skills are easily transferable with this opportunity and the system we're going to share with you into actually being able to create an income and being actually able to change other people's lives. So, that's all I'm going to say for the mindset so far. I am going to pass it over to Courtney so that she can share about the opportunity, the moment you've probably been waiting for. You're like, all right, ladies, we're 20 minutes in. Show me how I can actually do this. I'm so excited to pass it over to Courtney. She said yes to share it. And when I asked her just a couple days ago, and I had no doubt in my mind, she's going to crush this part because in the amount of time that I've known Courtney, I have seen her completely like elevate and transform her mindset, the way that she shows up. Like Ella said, like she shares so authentically and vulnerably on social media. It is refreshing, it's amazing. And when I talk about Courtney, she's someone who will literally get up before the sun comes up to make sure that she's doing the things to secure that future and that dream that she has for her family. And I'm not going to say, looking on the outside, I know it's not easy. It doesn't look easy, but when we talk about determination and you want to be plugged into a woman that's going to inspire you to like go after your dream, not compromise and not give up, you got to look at Courtney for that. So Courtney, I'm going to pass it over to you so you can share about the opportunity that we have here for all the moms tuning in live with us.
Ah, thank you. I'm so excited to be hosting this with you guys. And thank you so much, Aisa, for all those kind words. It means so much to me. And I'm really, really excited to be doing this. I need to do the slides.
You should
Do
be
I share
able
my screen,
to,
right?
yeah, you should be able to share as a co-host.
Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and share. Oh my gosh, if I can figure this out today.
Not alone in the struggles over here. I totally love it.
It's late on the East
Absolutely.
Coast. We're here, we're here, we're here.
Oh, I went the wrong direction here.
All
I
good.
was somewhat prepared today. Somewhat prepared.
Yeah,
All
the orange one.
right.
There you go. Perfect.
There we go. Okay, let's start over. All right, guys, I am so excited to be sharing this with you. So, one of the reasons why you're here is probably because you're wanting to be creating an income from online that keeps you home with your babies. And that's one of the reasons why I joined into this company, is because I really wanted to be at home with my kids, but I didn't want to have those low ticket commissions. I wasn't looking for something that was like 50 to $100 commissions. I'm like, I want to replace incomes. I want to get me out as fast as possible, gone out of the 9 to 5. And then also my husband, that's another goal of mine, is to get my husband out of his job so we can be a present family for our kids. And then just as general, like husband and wife, we don't want to be separated. We got married for a reason, so we want to be together. So what if you could earn income from anywhere in your home, anywhere in the world, while you're online and while you're in the school drop off? I actually homeschool my kids, so I don't get to utilize this part of this, but if you take your kids to school, do your business in the waiting line. That's totally easy. And this is something that we can do without inventory, shipping, market research, tracking, product development, and sending invoices. So I want to ask you this. Who do you know that wants to spend more time with the people that they love the most? I want to spend more people with the people that I've met online and be able to be in person with them more. What if, do you know, oh my gosh, who do I know that wants to travel around the world more? We have a couple people in our group that they want to travel the world. Our girl Jessie here, she wants to live the bus life. So maybe you know a few people like that, or maybe you're that way and you want to be traveling the world more. And then who do you know that wants to make more supplemental income, part-time or full-time? This can be something that you can do either or. I personally do it part-time right now because I still work a job, but this is going to be my full-time income once I get that scalable aspect growing in my business. So introducing to you, we are going to be introducing a 50+ year movement that is changing the way moms and anybody else who wants to join this business around the world. And we're all leveling up in our health with the number one thing that our body needs the most, and freedom and legacy changing opportunity. So we're going to be introducing a magic to you. The energy and the magic in this company is unmatched and unlike anything else you've seen. So why work with the magic? That's the good question. It allows you to earn income from anywhere. This is a global company. What we mean by global is it is global. You can go to any country. Aisa and Mustafa are perfect examples of that because they have traveled, I don't even know how many countries at this point, but you guys can sell to anyone face to face, or even if you connect online with people, to anyone in the world. So the world, you have no limits to where you can sell. By using a simple step-by-step system that we have put together, especially as moms, we love the word simple, like, because our lives are chaotic enough as it is, but as simple as it can be, so we can scale to help our families. And we want to have the lifestyle and change their lives with as well. So, and then with a time-proven technology. So with this company, we have no inventory or shipping, make your own schedule, business that can work for you 24/7. You're leveraging income, and we're going to get into that, how you can leverage this income, not only trading time for your money, or yeah, time for money, generational wealth and retirement plan. Also going to get into what that looks like. No monthly quotas. And this was my favorite part. No deranking. Drop a 1 in the comments if you've been in low ticket MLM, if you've had the monthly deranking stress, and all you've had to do is stress. Follow up with your team, your customers. Make sure you don't lose your income. Have any of you experienced that? Because I did. And as a mom, not for me. I did not want to do that anymore because being a mom is stressful enough. I didn't want to add more stress to that. And then having a global equal opportunity with high commissions. So Enagic's pricing structure is very unique, and most companies you're probably aware of have a marketing budget. So you're probably wondering if you've seen any commissions that people have shared with you. Enagic does not actually have a marketing budget that they put out to influencers, retailers, wholesalers, sales reps. They don't do any of what a traditional business does. They actually pour that marketing budget back into their Enagic distributors and the consumers, because they want us to be paid generously for sharing what we love, sharing the comp plan, sharing the health benefits with other people. So they pay us versus paying other people to do the marketing for them. So I want you to take this out of your mind right now. This is not an MLM or marketing scheme. So going forward, I want you to eliminate this process right here and have an open mind to what is possible for you and your family. So Enagic has a patent compensation plan, meaning that no one in the entire world has this exact same compensation plan. It is not something that anybody else can use. It is unique to Enagic. It's an 8-point business model, and it is like unlike anything else. So once we get into this, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So how this business model allows for extra income and freedom. You do not need experience. I am a testament of this. I come from fast food. I come from retail. In my fast food industry, I had a hard time saying, would you like that large today? Or do you want an apple pie with your order? I could not upsell to save my life. And now I'm over here selling something that's worth thousands of dollars. So you do not need prior experience of selling high ticket in order to jump into Enagic. Legacy and retirement. This is one of the biggest things that's motivating me to be able to have that income to bring my husband home and then also me home. So we're going to get into this in a couple minutes. And then you're going to leverage income. This is something that you can have passive income and direct income or indirect income along with your direct sales. So no need for childcare. Who does not want childcare? I've never had to pay it. I don't want to pay it. So let's not pay it anymore and let's get out of that. And you can grow a business while still being a present parent for your kid. So we're seeing paradigm shifts throughout the whole world over the past like 10, 15 years, where Blockbuster turned to Netflix, hotels and motels to Airbnb, and so on. Our paradigm shift that we're talking about is we're getting rid of bad, like dead water that's not good for your body. And we're switching it with the K8 that will help hydrate you better and take care of your body. So now, getting into the juicy stuff, I love this. The compensation plan. It's 8-point referral program. Each product has a different commission value. As you probably know with other companies, each product has a different commission you make off of it. But each of them have the equal of 8 points per commission. So this is kind of the overall breakdown of this commission plan. As one K8 sold, for 1 point, you get $350 flat. There is no less than that. You make $350 per point for a K8 machine. The max commissions paid out for 1 K8 machine is $2,808. Now, as mentioned before, it's an 8-point pie system. So 1A, this is our rank 1A, you get one piece of the pie. 2A, you get two pieces of the pie. And so on all the way to 6A. Now, once you hit 6A, you're making $2,000 per K8 machine. Now, as a mom, I'm like, $2,000 per machine? What? I want this. I want in on this. Now, you're probably thinking, like, getting to 6A by myself, this actually is not something you have to do all by yourself. You can, but as you build a team, you rank actually off of group sales. So even if you sold one machine and your teamie sold another machine, you are now qualified for 2A. You just have to make one more sale. And it's a group effort to be able to rank up. So you do not have to do this by yourself, or you can do it by yourself. There's two ways to do it. So now I'm going to break it down just a little bit more. Oh, did I miss a slide? Okay, so we'll just go with this. But we're going to go right here. So you came in with the K8 machine. I'm going to break this down as simple as possible. You came in with the K8 machine. You had your first sale to Kayla. You made a $351 commission. Your second 1A sale went to Courtney, and you made another $351 off Courtney. Now your third sale, again, group sales, your third sale ranked you to 2A. You're now making 2 points of commission, which is $702 to Melissa. You have just now made $702 for selling one K8 machine. Now, as mentioned before, the leverage part of this, the leverage that everybody's going to be able to experience is Melissa is going to be just like you. She's got to fill her two 1A lanes. She's going to make $350. Oh my gosh, $351 twice, and then $702 after that. But now, Melissa, you can collect commissions off of her 7 layers deep. So every sale that Melissa makes, you have now earned $702 off of her for being 2A. You've earned 2 points off of her sales. That is $3,510 in passive income, indirect sales that you have now made off of one of your teamie's efforts. How amazing is that? This is absolutely mind-blowing, because if you really think about it, you could find 1 or 2 runners, or maybe you already have those, and you guys run together, you're going to be making a lot of income quickly. And this is what really brought me in, is that I'm looking to build with team members that want to run and make this kind of money. This is what's possible for anybody who starts this business. Now, we talked about retirement and legacy income. This is one of the biggest ones. 6A, as everybody in this company, this is where you technically start. This is where we all feel like we start. Yes, you get 1A to 6A, but this is where we start the game, is right at 6A. You get a one-time $3,000 bonus. Once you hit 6A2, meaning that you have 2 6As underneath of you, you get a $6,000 bonus. And so on going forward. Right here, 6A2-3, you are now going to get a $25,000 bonus one time, and you have $5,000 a month for life, regardless if you ever make a sale again. This is where the legacy income comes in. And you can have multiple positions as well. As Ella mentioned with Aisa and Mustafa, they have multiple positions at 6A and growing all of them. So you can have multiple positions in all of these areas going forward. How amazing is that? This legacy and retirement income, you can will down to your children. You can have set up basically like their own accounts. As you make commissions on that, put that in an account away for your children, so they have money coming up when you grow up, or when they grow up. They have that money sitting there for them. And so this is what I'm looking forward to, which a lot of us in our company are looking forward to, is hitting these ranks here. So what you will receive when you join our community, we have weekly Zoom trainings with our different leaders that are 6 and 7 figure or 6-figure earners. We have 24-hour chat support with our Telegram and our Messenger chat, that you're never alone. That's one thing that I struggled with as a mom, feeling alone in doing anything. So coming into the support as a mom has definitely helped me grow, because I'm like, I'm not alone anymore. I can do this with a team that sees me and helps me. personalized sales system in place. So we call that the PS3, business training platform, endless resources to tap into your success, and quarterly destination retreats and meetups. So we do these about twice a year, and it's super fun because we meet up and we meet each other in person, feel the vibe, the energy, and get to actually just like know that we're not like a flat face on the screen. We're actually like physical people and we can meet up. And private masterminds between Enagic events, one-on-one mentorship, and so much more. Right now, we're all planning to go to convention in June, so I can't wait to see everybody there. So one of our quotes that we love, and Aisa has down here, is you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And as a mom, that means everything, that you're not by yourself in this. You have a team supporting you. So now I'm going to pass it back off to Aisa here, and she's going to be going more in depth in the product and what that looks like for your health going forward with your family.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Courtney. Let me see if I can share here. Okay, perfect. Y'all can see my screen? Thumbs up? Okay. Courtney, that was awesome. Phenomenal, phenomenal, phenomenal. I just love the simple way that you explain everything. So I'm so glad that you came on to share. Go ahead and drop some 111s in the chat. If you feel fired up by Courtney's energy, by what she just shared, you can feel the passion. And you can also potentially see how this could be a solution for you, right? Because we already talked about the ways that in the beginning with Ella and with the mindset, you can be able to shift out of just feeling like you need to choose one role or the other. Now you get to see how you can bring some income home for your family. You could completely change the trajectory of your life. And it's not to say that money is everything, right? Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, how are you going to enjoy it? You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have time and location freedom, how are you going to enjoy it? You can have all of the savings, but if you don't do anything with them, what are you going to do to enjoy it? So before I dive into the health, I just wanted to make a quick correction. When we talk about legacy and we talk about those ranks, you do have qualifications for it, but they're not hard to do once you get to that level. So love that Courtney brought up that you can have multiple accounts, that you can will those multiple accounts to your children if you have multiple kids. And that also means that we have strategy and we have hacks to help you basically multiply your income with the same amount of effort from the beginning. So with that in mind, let's tackle number 3. And that's self-care. That's your health, right? And it's not just for you, but honestly, it's for your whole family. When I found this, like I mentioned, I was looking for an opportunity to be able to have more time and location freedom while being able to help people, while being able to be my own boss. But to be honest, I didn't want to do just anything. We wanted to align with something that was actually going to be helping the world, the planet, and the people. And so what we found with the Enagic products, we're not going to go into too many details today, but it is simple math. We are talking about solving the biggest problems happening in the world today for every country, for every place. And it's literally as simple as 1 + 1 = 2. So what we have found is that when you change your water, you change your life. And how this applies simply to you as a mom who might not have the time to do yoga twice a day, to meditate 30 minutes every morning, to make kale smoothies, a couple times a day, and to levitate at night, is that 1 glass of this water that we share actually equals more antioxidants, so like more benefits that you could get from blueberries in a day. I don't care if you love blueberries, no one's going to enjoy. So we have to drink on average 8 glasses of water a day, right? So you do the math. That's 8 times 5. That's 40 pounds of blueberries a day you would have to eat to equal the benefits that you get from this water. So this is the ultimate hack because now you have something that, first of all, is not just a business. You will receive a product that would change your life. And what if the water that you're drinking was causing more stress in your body, more acidity, was not supporting you and giving you more energy, is putting more toxins in your body, which, by the way, if you're breastfeeding, can get passed down to your child. They are now finding microplastics in placentas. So if you are drinking plastic water bottles, you could be passing, most definitely, you are passing contaminants to your unborn child who has no choice about that. So we get to choose what we put into our bodies. And the truth is that the options out there for water today are terrible. Most water is dead. It's processed, it's acidic, it's inflammatory, it's oxidizing, it's aging us, it's not getting absorbed by the body properly. That might be why you might feel bloated when you chug water, or you have a hard time chugging water. Some of it doesn't have any minerals. And even if it does, usually it's filled with chemicals and microplastics. And that's not to mention, we're talking about the mothers here, Mother Earth. It is an environmental nightmare. Most water options out there, whether they're plastic waters or they're filtration systems that waste a ton of water, are terrible for the planet. So what is the solution? The solution again is Enagic. Bringing this into your home is not just bringing an ATM machine that's going to be able to provide you income from anywhere in the world. This is bringing in a solution that can completely change your health. We have tons of testimonials in the community of what this water has been able to do for so many of us. For me personally, I thought I was just investing into a business to help other people. I started drinking the water, and all of the things that I thought were normal in my body came back into balance. This is not to make any medical claims or say we're out here curing diseases. This is my personal experience. I used to have insomnia. I was diagnosed with ADHD. I also had a very prone tendency to depression and anxiety. I honestly, I had painful menstrual cycles my whole life, so I thought it was normal. And I used to get migraines that were so terrible. I had to go to the doctor for prescription, even though I'm the type of person that prefers natural medicine and alternatives. If anybody here has ever had any migraines, you know what I'm talking about. Some things are just not cutting it. So imagine this. I'm investing into this opportunity to be able to, change lives, and now my life is completely changed within a month of oh, well, let me find out this product that I have, what it can do for me, or let me just drink water because I need to drink it every day without changing anything else. No changes as diets and foods and working out or anything else. I received all of those benefits. And I shared it with my family. Like you heard, I shared it with thousands of people. We have thousands of testimonials in the community. If you want to learn more about the benefits of the products, I highly recommend the person who invited you to this call is going to reach back out to you within the next 24 hours. I recommend you let them know, hey, I want to learn more about testimonials. I want to learn more about the benefits of this water. There are tons of studies, scientific studies that have been done on this technology. So just know you would be, if you choose to join this movement, because we can't do it alone, you would be joining something that is already has been proven. We have millions of people who have changed their lives with this technology. And what we do, we address everyday cancer causing, disease causing chemicals that are environment. We are able to help people replace their toxic cleaning products, their toxic laundry detergent, to be able to take off the pesticides off of their fruits and vegetables, because obviously those are not good for our health either, right? Pesticides are meant to kill organisms. Why do we have them on our food, right? You would have a way to be able to remove those things. So I know we talked a lot about what this could do for you as a mom, but I want you to think about what this could do for you, for your family, and for your kids as well too, to be able to reduce the sources of poison in your household. And as if this wasn't enough, we're talking about something that, worst case scenario, if all that interests you from this webinar today is having the products so that you can change your life and you can be healthier and you can reduce sources of poison in your home for your family, you would still be saving a ton of money. No, we might have kids on the call, so I'm going to keep it PG. It's very hard, but you could save a lot of money. These numbers here of savings for a 15-year average saving are based off of somebody drinking 1 gallon a day. As kids grow older and the whole family needs to drink water, these numbers get multiplied. This number is based off of one person consumption of water, 1 to 2 people depending on your body weight. So think about this, right? Most people are renting their water source, and maybe you are right now as well too. And that rent, like Chris Allen says, is due every single day. So if the most smallest thing that coming on this webinar did for you today is save you thousands of dollars on your water consumptions and reducing plastic from your home, would that be worth it for you? Would that at least be worth coming on a call with one of us to check out your options and see how much you could really save for your household over the next decade or so, right? This is something that is going to be able to replace so much more than your drinking water. I'm not going to get into the details of it, but I want to tell you why this is important. When I found this information out, at the time, I was the fur mama to this beautiful Nala here, and I'm sharing her story with you today because when Nala was 6, she got sick and she lost her energy very quickly. We brought her to the vet, and guys, so hard to not get emotional. Trigger warning for anyone who has lost a pet or anybody close to you. I think dogs have such a special way of making a home in our hearts. But what I wanted to share with you is that Nala was 6, and when we brought her to the vet and found out she had cancer, within 10 days, we had to send her over the Rainbow Bridge. I'm speeding through this because it's hard, but as much as we can't change anything that happened in the past, and I trust in the timing of God and the universe and spirit and everything like that, I found myself in this spot of just wondering what could have caused this. And it sent me down this information crusade, if you will, of finding out what is cancer causing in our environment. Because I realized and I saw and I found the statistics that dogs get cancer at a rate of 1 out of 2 in the United States. And when I was thinking about, well, that doesn't happen in cats or squirrels or rabbits or anything like that. This happens to the one that is closest to us. So that must mean there is something around us that is toxic to them. So what is those statistics for humans? And I found they're about the same in this country. And I'm sorry, I know this can be triggering. We have some warriors here in the room, but I want you to know that a lot of the things that we buy in the store now, we think it's safe for us, that we can trust them, and they're selling us poison. And I found out that our cleaning products, our waters, our food, the air, the electronics around us are all toxic to our bodies. And so if this is the only thing that you take out of the webinar this evening, I want you to remember this. Enagic has a solution for all of those invisible toxins that are basically attacking us every single day. And I ran into Jamie's husband at the store earlier, and we were kind of just reflecting on that. It's like all these things that are invisible to us, we don't think about it because we can't see it. But once you know something, you can't unknow it. Once you see something, you can't unsee it. So I highly encourage you, when you're talking with the person who invited you to this call, to the webinar, to ask them, share those resources with me about how I can reduce those toxic products environment simply with something that is as simple as water. And as if this wasn't enough, and I'm going to wrap it up very soon here, are you already leveraging tax write-offs? I found that most people are not. Most people, if you're anything like me as an employee, you had no idea what that meant. Well, this actually means that your investment in changing your water and starting this at-home business could help you now have tax write-offs towards your taxable income for travel, for meals, for your water, obviously, for supplies, for all these different things. So the worst case scenario means that you still basically get your investment back with your taxes. And the best case scenario, you just came across a movement that can change your whole freaking life. I am telling you, I have become unrecognizable. I think Courtney and Ella's husbands would agree that if all of this did for them is to be able to connect to this community and the personal development and everything else, this is something that is so much bigger than just money and water. This is a movement. We are saving the planet. We're changing the world here together. And no, it's not only for moms. When you're looking at this picture here of some of the global wave creators in our community, we have people from all backgrounds, all areas of, well, not all areas of the world yet, maybe like 7 different countries, but we're growing. And it's a global movement. Some people are passionate about helping dogs. Some people are passionate about helping people with asthma. Some people are passionate about helping the homeless. Some people are passionate about helping people with cancer. Some people are passionate about traveling full time. Some people are empty nesters and they're finding purpose after their children have left home. Some people are influencers and some people just want to be like, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. This is a movement that we're talking about water, and as different as we all may be, we're all water beings. So this is an invitation for you to join us. We cannot do this alone. We are on a mission to change so many lives. And at the end of the day, this is so much bigger than us. This is also for the planet, because what we have been doing is accelerated into a nightmare. And for anybody who loves to travel, or even maybe just in your own backyard, it is impossible now to find Mother Earth not contaminated with the consequences of our decisions. And there is no reason that we need to have all of this plastic, especially most plastic pollution comes from plastic water bottles, other than greed, convenience, and lack of education. So now you just got a little bit of education. Go out and look into the greed portion of it. These companies are not out here to help us out. They're just selling us plastic. We have a better way. We have a different way. So we do have like 2 minutes before the top of the hour. So I'll just open randomly and see if we have anyone in the community who would like to share their story. It could be how the water changed your life or how the business changed your life. If you feel called to share, maybe in like 1 minute or two, I will open up this space for just a little pop-up. Jamie, I see you leaning in. You want to share a little bit, sister?
You're muted, Jamie.
Oh, hi.
There
I was
we
like,
go.
yeah, I'll share a little bit. You want to start me off? Or like ask a
I mean,
question?
I would love to say all the nice things
No,
about you.
no, like you don't have to say anything.
I will when you're done. I think your energy will
Hey
speak for
everyone.
itself.
I'm Jamie. I've been drinking Kangen for 4 years now. I was in chemo. I got breast cancer when I was 31. Not genetic, just totally like environmental, we'll say for now. Whirlwind, right? Like we were trying to get pregnant. Didn't really expect that to happen. All by the grace of God, divine timing. Got through it with the water. Wouldn't have gotten through it without the water for sure. And now we have a beautiful little baby, miracle water baby. But this water is something else. Like you guys, this is the real deal. This is the fountain of youth. There's a lot of stuff that's out there. And chemo puts a lot in your body to take the cancer out, had a hard time eating, had a hard time drinking anything else. Made me strong though. It gave me inner strength. It gave me momentum to keep going. And it gave me community. It introduced me to these people that I always knew existed in the world. And I found them in this. And now I get to be a part and share and do it for the kids now. I'm really grateful to be here. I kind of put myself on the back burner a little bit. I will tell you this. Aisa told me this and I didn't listen. Don't try to force your family first. It's like beating a dead horse sometimes. But we just have the machine at home and it truly is just the gift that keeps on giving.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Jamie, thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you. Thank you
I love
for
you so much. And I feel like I don't have to say all the nice things I was going to say because your energy just speaks for itself. When I think about Jamie, I just think of a light so pure. And this woman came into our home like about 3 years ago. I think it was maybe a little bit before that. And I just felt her energy. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, what can we do to help you? And I'll share this really quick with everybody. What we do, it's not always easy. Sometimes it's hard, but it is so worth it. If you made it this far in this webinar, in this evening with us, we say share a story, change a life for a reason. If you feel any part of you that's being called to investigate more about what we do, how we're changing lives, this was just like a 0.01% of how we get to change lives. But I always say that one day, because you said yes to something that changed your life, you'll change other people's lives, and somebody will be calling you, crying and saying, thank you for changing my life. Thank you for saving my life. You came at a moment of an answered prayer. And Jamie is my constant reminder of what happens when we get to just get uncomfortable, go out there and share what we know that can help people. So we're going to wrap it up for today. I know we have tons more testimonials in the room this evening. If you feel called to share it in the comments, please go ahead and do so. Just to wrap it up, we talked about briefly 3-step strategy to overcome the challenges that you might be experiencing, how you can create income on your own terms, shift your mindset, right? Shift your identity, and do the ultimate life hack if that's the only thing that you do for you and your family so you can have a healthier household. So at this point, you might find yourself in one of those 3 categories. And I know they're not an exact box, but just ask yourself, right? Like, am I the person number one where I'm going to be like, hey, you know what? I'm going to pretend like I never attended this webinar and continue to do what I'm doing, even if I'm not 100% satisfied with my life, my health, and my finances, right? Number 2, you're like, okay, this piqued my interest. I'm curious to hear more, and I have some questions. And number 3, you're like, okay, I can see why this is changing lives. This was a very brief introduction, but maybe this is all that you needed to see, all that you needed to hear to at least know that this is something you want to be a part of. And go ahead and ask, how can I get started? We have options for everybody. We have strategies for everybody. We meet you where you're at. So it's all about what's most important for you, which is why we didn't do an offer on this call, because it can really range depending on where you're finding yourself. So the person who introduced you to this community and to this call is going to be reaching back out to you within the next 24 hours, and you let them know where you stand. There is absolutely no pressure. It is ultimately up to you. Some people take one day to get started. Some people take 6 months. Some people take 2 years. I recently had somebody take 4 years. And you know what? Everybody always tells me, Jamie, tell me if I'm lying. I wish I got this sooner.
yeah,
I wish I got
100%.
this sooner, even if it is just for the health. So this is the beautiful thing that we have as human beings. We get to make choices. Most of us don't realize which choices are in front of us because we have been brainwashed to think that all water is water, or that things we get from the store is safe, or that your job is going to be the all and be all, and that's the only way. Now you can see there's other ways, and you get to decide, do you want to evolve or do you want to repeat? Whatever you choose, it's all love. But I definitely hope, if you're the type of woman that loves helping other people, you're not afraid of putting yourself out there in something new. I definitely hope that you're going to choose to evolve with us and join our community, and we can cheer you on the other side. So that's all for tonight. I will see you on the next one. Take care.